Good morning everyone. So I hope magbigay kayo ng time dito sa video discussion natin. It was intended to supplement the 2 day scream day natin para hindi kayo maiwan na walang nalalaman sa subject natin. So mag-review lang ako dito kasi na-discuss na natin ito in past 2 days. We have Tuesday and Wednesday, the management process. So in line with management process, yung tatandaan nyo dito is yung the effective performance daw in line with the business. Okay, excuse me. Yung business na sinasabi natin, in line with our subject, ito po yung mga agencies in the future na inyong papasukan. We have DBFP, DBGMP, PDEA, okay, makapasok kayo dyan, NBI, and we have the PNP. So this kind of organization or agencies, possible, in line with management po yan. So, in line with conducting a solid management, ito, para magkaroon ng solid management, itong mga nabanggit natin, the process of planning, dapat merong planning, organizing, leading, and controlling the resources. Pag sinabi ganin natin planning, ano yung sinabi ko? It's all about what? Setting goals or /objectives na lang natin dyan. Objectives of the organization. Pag sinabing organizing, it's all about how you are going to assign tasks. How you are going to handle your people. Assign tasks, handle your people in line with their behavior. Okay, sa behavior nila. And at the same time, yung pagbigay ng different tasking. Yung tasking, kumbaga, naka-base sa anong meron na kakayahan or skills and capabilities of your employee or members within that organization. So, pag sinabi natin leading, from the word na lead, you are going to guide the member or magbigay ka ng direction before ka muna magbigay ng tasking. Guide mo muna. Inform them with the right process or instruction para maging effective yung or ma-achieve yung gustong abutin ng organization, which is yung goal natin. Then we have the controlling. When we say resources, we have yung always natin ma-encounter the money itself. How are we going to control the money? So, in line with that, monitor natin. I-monitor yung flow, saan napupunta, ilang budget yung nakuha, ilan yung naiwan, para maiwasan natin yung corruption na commonly yan ang nangyayari sa Pilipinas. Then, sino pa ba i-control natin? The people itself or the member. Yung member mismo. Need natin sila i-control in line with their behavior. Are they, we are going to monitor also if they're doing their responsibilities thoroughly. Kumbaga, ginagawa ba nila ng maayos? So, yan. Just a review of our management. Next, we discuss also about the decision-making approach, the rationale. Ito yung keyword nyo gani, careful thinking. Careful thinking before deciding. Kumbaga, pag-iisipan ng makaisa, makadalawa, then it follow a systematic process. Ano gani ang systematic process? Step by step. Kumbaga, merong sinusunod na process. Then, defines upfront successor factors. Look details. Pag sinabi natin details, these are yung tinutukoy natin na facts, yung info, the information itself that we are going to gather. It can be the evidence. Yan, evidence pag nasa PNP kayo. Those are the example of details na pwedeng pagbabasihan ng inyong decision making. So, in short, pag sinabi nating rational, you are balancing first before you are going to decide. You are going to balance the information. Hindi ka mag-decide ka lang directly. Next, we have the intuitive decision making. Ano gani yung na-discuss natin dito? Pag mag-decide yung certain person na ito, nag-rely siya sa emotion or feelings, then i-emphasize natin yung instinct, ito. Instinct, and at the same time, yung possible na experience niya na before, which is the experiences of a certain person. Okay, I am going to decide this kind of problem because we encountered that already on our organization. So, let me be the one to decide. So, yung gano'n na mga aspect is, yung pag-decide niya is naka-base on the experience. So, how are we going to the feeling or the emotion? Halimbawa, feel mo, okay, I'm positive because I already experienced it. I'm I have a feeling na magiging positive yung outcome. So, let me decide this kind of situation. Sabi dito, careful planning is not possible. So, hindi na nangyayari yung nangyayari dito sa rational. Next, we have the random or chance approach. Ito yung approach na yung pagiging impulse, so yung pagiging impulsive. Okay, pag sinabi nating impulsive, ano gani yan? Ito yung relying on, sa buenas ba? Ito, chance. Pag sinabi buenas, yung luck. Kung buenas ka ba, lucky itself. Or yung pagiging choosing random or hinahayaan mo na lang na sudden. Kasi pag sinabi nating sudden, biglaan, ginawa mo lang without any reason. O yan, without any thought. So, isang example dyan, yung pag-flip mo daw ng coin, decision wheel, then would be a representative employing this approach. So, in line with the effect, this random or chance approach is applicable only for those situation which is not risky. Pag sinabi nating risky, not serious yung situation na kinakaharap. Kasi pwede, yung mga example ng classmate nyo during our discussion, na halimbawa, pwede kayo mag-flip coins if you are going to decide saang lugar kayo pwede mag-conduct ng seminar kasi nalilito kayo saan yung uunahin. Seminar in line with drugs. Okay, pag sinabi natin seminar in line with drugs, seminar in fire prevention. So, hindi nyo alam kasi maraming option. So, you are going to use the flipping coin. The result of that will not affect the organization. Kasi yung option naman ninyo is lahat positive, but namimili lang talaga kayo kung saan doon ang uunahin based on the scenario. Based on the effect of this intuitive decision-making approach, applicable siya in line with those, yung nasabi ko na mga emergency situation. Kasi mabilisan itong emotion. Based on experience, di ba? Pag alam mo na kung ano yung possible mangyayari, you are expert with that, then fast yung deciding or decision making ng isang tao. Dito sa rational, itong rational is pang long term. Then that is why it is what? Time consuming. Yan, time consuming siya masyado. So, hindi siya applicable doon sa mga emergency. So, different approach has its own different approach is meron siyang kanya-kanyang silbi. Okay? Para hindi kayo malito. Next, we have, na-discuss din natin yung 4 style of decision-making. Yung directive, from the word na direct, kung sino man yung tao na mag-decide facing that situation is the one who's going to make a decision based on his or her own intelligence, experience, and reasoning. How she is going to justify that decision. Patasin na, minsan hindi kayo makapasa ng activity, nagarason kayo. Kasi kayo mismo yung may gawa ng decision. That is an example of directive. Directive is the same for the autocratic leadership. Okay, leadership. Kasi 'di ba sa autocratic, sila yung mga leader na they do not rely to other person. Kung ano lang yung experience, kakayanan nila, nakabase na sa kanila, always final. Then next, sabi diyan, the positive side of this directive is mabilis. Totoo naman. Mas mabilis yung decision making and at the same time, transparent yung decision, the person who decide. Pag sinabing transparent, we can able to identify easily kung sino man yung nag-decide. Next, no extra communication. Of course, nga ikaw na lang nag-decide, sarili mo mismo. Next, we have, add-on natin dito yung it relies, okay, nag-rely siya in line with the policies. It also rely the policies and regulations of the organization. Yan, basihan ninyo. Next, we have also the analytic decision making from the word analyzing. Ito, you are going to analyze the details para kasi ito siyang rational. Yung na-discuss natin. Yung approach niya is the same sa rational. Bakit? You are going to analyze all the data based on your observation. Pag sinabi natin observation, you are using your 5 senses. With the sense of sight, hearing, touching, ayun. Then, next, we have data. Ito yung pwede, mga surveys. Yan, mga rates. Then, at the same time, yung existing information. magbabase ang decision mo kung ano yung nakalap or nakuha mo na mga information. This kind of decision makers is like, however, analytic decision seek information. May, possible, pag sinabi nating may, pwede sila mag-ask ng advice or pwede silang maghanap ng information, but it is not necessary, obligatory. Tandaan nyo yan. Bakit need pa nila mag-ask ng advice? To what? Affirm. Pag sinabing affirm and refute, agree or disagree, the possible decision na pwede nilang i-come up based on the facts they already gathered. Yan. Next, we have here the conceptual decision making. It kind of relation and decision making process take more collaborative approach. Pag sinabi natin collaborative, not only one person who is deciding, it can be all the member, the leader itself, the manager, all the employee, all the person involved in that organization. Next, we have also the conceptual decision makers promote innovative thinking. Okay, it promote innovative thinking. So pag sinabi natin innovative thinking, dapat is set in line with your mindset. Dapat, once you are deciding, dapat yung magiging effect niyan, it will result to a change, positive change. The next, teamwork and take a wide variety of viewpoints. Pag sinabi nating wide variety of viewpoints, pangmalawakan yung magiging effect. Pag sinabi pangmalawakan, long-term effect, hindi lang siya pang isang araw yung effect, semana, all throughout, it can be 3 to 5 years of the organization, magiging useful yung decision making. I will consider conceptual as a form of planning in line with management. Kasi planning is pang long term kasi. You are what? Foreseeing the future. What will be the possible situation or problems you are going to encounter. So, conceptual is applicable when you are planning. Okay? Na-discuss diba natin yung planning in line with management. Next, we have here the behavioral decision making. Ito, yung behavioral decision making, all about, i-emphasize nila na it seek make sure that everyone is working. So, gina-emphasize gyapon dire collaboration gyapon, collaboration together like the concept method. Okay, yung sinabi, collaboration. Behavioral decision is group-oriented. Pag sinabi natin group-oriented, they are doing such kind of decision na may kaakibat na anong yung binubuo nila? Building relationship. Pag sinabing relationship, it is a good relationship, yung walang nagsisiraan sa organization nyo, wala galibakanay. Then, however, in line with the decision making, the community, pag sinabi natin community, it refers to the member ng organization, members. Given, they are what? The given choices available to them rather than brainstorming. So, it means, they are what? Collaborating. Pero, once they are going to accept suggestion, they are going to make options for that certain person na they are asking. Okay? Bigyan kita choices. Saan ba dito ang mas pipiliin natin na pwedeng i-align natin sa decision? You own my choices. Hindi sinabing brainstorming kasi ang brainstorming, you are the one to discover. Yan. So, I hope you understand. Pag sinabi nating behavioral, then add natin dito si behavioral is more concerned on what? Ito yung the moral and emotions of the members, all of the people inside. Then, ano din siya sa open communication. Open communication. Okay, lipat tayo sa next natin na file because I have already sent you already the file ng bago natin na topic, which is continuation. Kasi itong administration is makonsider ko na pang ano siya, final. So, lipat tayo for a while. So, I hope may naintindihan kayo, no? So, ito na yung next topic natin sa midterm pa rin na topic. I hope na mag-print kayo ng hard copy nito para dito na kayo mag-take note at mag-serve as your reviewer during our quizzes and exam. So, dito, gidefine pa rin what is management. So, further, definition ng management. It is a set of principles. What kind of principle it was being set? Uy, parang hindi ako makasulat dito, just Wait lang. Ayun, makasulat na. So ito, additional definition, pag sinabi nating management, it is a set of principles relating to the functions of, anong mga principles yon? In line with planning, so ito na-discuss, organizing, directing, and controlling. In the application of the principles in harnessing physical, financial, human, informational resources, efficiently and effectively. Pag sinabi nating effective, ito yung you achieve the goal. Then pag sinabi nating efficient, yung less resources ang nagamit. Then pag effective, you achieve the goal. Sabi din dyan, it is a problem-solving process. So pag once you are in line with the management, para ka daw nag-solve ng puzzle, for example, yung problem-solving, kumbaga daw math, of effective achieving organizational objectives through the efficient use of mga resources natin in a changing environment. Okay, ito yung pinakamalaking factor because our environment, okay, bawat araw, buwan na dumadaan or taon, nag-change ang environment in line with the behavior, ano bang problem, ngayon nag-face tayo ng crisis. That's an example of changing environment. Next, sabi dyan, we are going to differentiate leadership and management. So, ito yung ipa-assignment ko sa inyo. Paano ba yan natin ma-differentiate? Kasi parang the same sila na nag-handle ng organization, yung leader tsaka management. So, sabi dito, leader. Ito. I-box natin para ma-emphasize talaga. The leader itself or the leadership discussed from the previous chapter, so na-discuss na natin, the ability to influence. Ito yung magiging keyword. Pag sinabi ganing influence, ano yung hambal, guide people, kahit wala kang authority, but you can able to make people follow you. Like, meron kang certain qualities na napapaniwala mo sila, magaling ka magsalita, for example, hindi sa magaling na yung pabida ka ha, in a good way, then you can able to attract them na ikaw yung magiging leader within an organization or business. While management daw is the ability to control. Ito ang tatandaan pag sinabi nating management. Kanina, ability to influence. Management is ability to control. Okay, i-block din natin kaya baka malito. Management is ability to control. Anong i-control niya? Yung mga day-to-day process or yung pag sinabi nating process activities. Yan, activities inside the organization in keep the employees track. Pag sinabi nating track, monitored. Dapat always mo yan silang gina-monitor and dapat they are going to achieve the company's goal. Kasi magiging useless yung management mo pag at the end of the time, itong achieving of your goals is magiging impossible. So next, management consists of controlling a group. So yun, na-discuss. Set of entities. Pag sinabi nating set of entities, it refers to what? Ano bang ibig sabihin pag entities? Ito yung individuals, it can be a group, yan. Then at the same time, units, yan. Resources. Yung iba't ibang grupo na nandiyan sa certain organization. To elaborate further, sabi din dyan, leadership refers to an individual's ability to influence and motivate. So dagdag natin, pula again, another definition, leadership is what? Yan, na-add lang yung motivate. And, pag sinabing leadership din, may kakayahan kang mapasunod yung ibang tao na mag-contribute para sa success ng organization. Mapapaniwala mo sila, okay? Kayo student, o kayo nga, maging example, why you are following my instruction? Okay, aside from my authority, i-disregard natin kung wala yung authority na meron ako. Ano ang meron sa akin na kahit wala akong authority, still susundin nyo pa rin ako? Maybe the way I talk to you, the way I ask you, kamusta kayo, nag-open up kayo sa akin, the way I approach you, comfortable kayo sa akin, so that it can be the qualities of being a good leader to motivate and what enable to contribute. Yan po. Next, sabi din dito, the difference between leaders and management, ito, Understand the leadership is essential part of effective management, crucial component. O, wag na natin isa-isahin yan kasi paulit-ulit na. Difference between leadership and management. Okay, mag-overlap daw, sabi dyan. This two is effective leader invested on motivating. So, paulit-ulit, no? Inspiring, yan, pag-leader. Setting good example. Ito pala, pag ikaw ay isang leader, you are what? You are motivating, inspire nimo ang imong mga tao, then you are setting a good example. Then next, sabi dito, managers, yan, lagay natin, managers are more occupied. Pag sinabi nating occupied, ito yung they are what? Baon sila sa daily tasking that meet leadership goals are responsible for effective. So, sa manager, pag ikaw ay isang manager, nakaakibat na din pala doon yung pagiging leader. So, parang itong si manager is, siya yung bida. Pag ikaw yung bida, dapat meron ka rin kakayahan na maging leader. Okay? Alam niyo yung process, ito, manager. Dapat, pag once you are a manager, you are a leader also. Tandaan niyo yan. Kasi, you cannot able to guide, control your people, monitor them if wala kang certain qualities of being a leader. Then, it is a vice versa. Pwede na magsimula ka sa pagiging leader. Okay, nagsimula ka into a simple setting good example towards other people, then pwede kang ma-promote saan papunta into manager kasi meron ka ng certain qualities of being a leader. Yan, so it is what? A vice versa aspect. Okay? Nakuha ninyo ang concept pag sinabing manager and leader. Okay, dyan lang muna mag-stop yung aking part 1 ng discussion. Hahatiin ko lang para hindi kayo maumay pamati sang akon nga tingog basi mambal ka mo ba iyan lang tingog mabatian ko. So, dyan lang muna ako mag-stop. 25 minutes yung ibibigay ko sa part 1. It will be continued on the part 2. So, dapat panoorin ang part 1 and part 2. It will be my basis of my quiz and at the same time, long quiz talaga. Hi, Miming. Okay, that's all for today. Please watch the part 2. Thank you, class.